It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. This should be a good one to watch. And it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
In the only building this franchise has ever known. We're at the home of the Texans. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. Alongside Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, I know you're excited about this one. That's because it's shaping up to be a pass-heavy showcase for these QBs.
Kate, keep your eyes on the skies because that's where the offense and the fireworks are going to come from. We've heard from their teammates and coaches about the trust they have in these quarterbacks on the field to really steer these offenses. In a quarterback-driven league, that trust is essential to compete week in and week out. We should have a good one today.
Through the warm-ups, both teams are ready, and we're off and running from Houston. Here's Trayvon Smith with the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out is the second overall pick back in the 2023 draft from the Ohio State. It's C.J. Stroud.
It didn't take long for C.J. Stroud to make an immediate impact into the NFL, and it didn't take long for me, Kate, to form an opinion that this guy is just different. He just processes the game quicker. Remember talking to Ryan Day on the practice field in Columbus, watching him in college, and he just alluded to that as well. It's the anticipation. It is knowing where everybody is and getting that ball out before any receiver will even break on a route. C.J. was unique in that way, and that skill set has been a big part of his success.
Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That's the way. That's exactly the way you show a crowd you've got no issues playing on the road. One snap in, you're celebrating a sack. While the tens of thousands in the building, well, they watch their guy pick himself up off the turf.
All right, here we go. Second down. Another try following the sack. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line. That one hits for 30. And it sets up a Houston first.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's first down. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down.
I hate those situations, Kate, as a QB. I'm looking for an open passing lane, and I can't find one anywhere. He thought he had one available. Defense did a better job of knocking it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. From the gun, Stroud. He's on the move. Now he takes it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Stroud off the play fake. Complete out to the right. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Shotgun now, first round. And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! The Texans finish up an excellent opening series. Nico Collins with a touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Texans will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. To return, here's Raheem Mostert. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here come the Raiders now for their opening drive. They're led out by someone amidst their second act as an NFL QB. He was a second-rounder back in 2013, Geno Smith.
When Geno Smith won Comeback Player of the Year, it was really hard to find another comp. You know, the NFL, we love to always compare and contrast guys from different eras or project them moving forward. But there just were not many stories like Geno Smith, who just waited and persevered a decade in the NFL before he flourished. But what came to life finally was just the arm strength, the accuracy, the playmaking ability that was there at West Virginia, and it just took some time and maybe a little love from Pete Carroll at that time to really elevate his confidence and elevate his game.
He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. They've got a man in motion. From the gun, Smith has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. They get 6 and a first down as well.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Quickly out to the right, complete. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Look at Jimmy Ward getting up there to make that stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He finds space for a few yards that time. Azeez Al-Shire that time on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
I think you're seeing why they like this guy in coverage, man. He reacts well to throws and is so adept in breaking up passes right through contact or before they ever reach the target.
Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. So he sends this one out of bounds, and that's going to put the upcoming drive at the 35-yard line. Now we'll see the Houston offense for their 2nd drive of the contest. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their 2nd possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll begin with a run by Mixon. He's contained at the line for no gain. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Looking to throw, Stroud. Into the hands of Schultz. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. That one's out and cut on the right side. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And there was nobody down there to get it. Punt hit at the 7, but continues on into the end zone for a touchback. 2nd drive coming up for the Las Vegas offense. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that 1st drive ended in a punt. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Smith. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
And the Texans go in nickel coverage, 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Smith. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll go down, it will say right at the 39-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Throwing is Smith. Hits him on the out route. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
First and 10 from the 41. Back-to-back carries here. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Look at Jimmy Ward getting up there to make that stop. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know. And you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, You really break the backs of the defense.
Short pass brought in. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Kamari Lassiter getting up there to make the stop.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. That's good for 7 yards. And that's good for a Raiders first.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. Smith on 1st down. Escapes the pocket. He can run it. And he'll go down here at the 16.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They give it to him again. And he's going to get taken down near the goal line. It's a gain down to the 1. Call it a 7-yard pickup, and they're just a yard away now on 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Back to the well again. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Raiders get it down to a single point. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs then, Miss Kate.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pay dirt.
Carlson adds the extra point. And the Raiders tie this game 7-7. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Set to return, this is Braxton Berrios. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Out now come the Texans on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Stroud now. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
2nd and 10, Stroud to throw. Collins there to grab it. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Oh, man, these are the kind of plays you can't wait to get on film and watch the next day. Look at the fellow pass catchers. Look at the guys getting out in front, helping on that screen pass. Get your player in space, your buddies do the rest around you, and a big play follows.
The Raiders go a nickel on this third down. On the option, here's Mixon. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
They're set up at the 35 now. First down, and they go right back to him. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. He landed Roberts coming over for the hit. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
2nd and 10 now. Oh, put some heat on this deep. That's complete inside the 35. They get 35 out of that one. And it sets up a Houston first.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. 1st and 10, around to Mixon. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. On target to his back, Joe Mixon. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. They send him left out of the slot. Out of the shotgun, a give to Mixon. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Mixon on the toss. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans take a 2nd quarter lead. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Well, Brock, you found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans break that tie and now lead by 7. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. This return makes it up to the 25. The Raiders back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Azeez Al-Shire that time on the tackle. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Another carry for him. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Throwing on 3rd, Smith. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it! A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
From the 46. Hits his running back. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Smith. He gets this one to Myers. This is ahead for about 5. Derek Stingley putting that play to bed.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Now Smith. Into traffic, complete. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Azeez Al-Shire that time on the tackle.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
The handoff on 3rd and short. This one goes for 3 yards. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Here's Smith. He's on the move. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him, calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
First give of the game here to Raheem Mostert. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Smith to the air now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Ben, even good great defenses in this league, Kate. They're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
The Texans bringing out an extra DB. Third down coming up. Pressure comes. Smith setting up the screen. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at NRG. It's the Raiders with fourth down here behind the sticks. The Raiders settling for 3 as they send the field goal unit out. Ball on the left hash, 37 yards out. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Barrios now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Texans and running back Joe Mixon headed out for their next series. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Catch is made down the right sideline. Touchdown, Houston! The Texans grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Christian Kirk touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans drive their lead to 11. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Mostert on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Raiders returning their offense and this running back to the field. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Smith. He gets this to Michael Mayer. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run. Throwing the out route complete. He's got to gain a 6 there. Kamari Lassiter getting up there to make the stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the gun, Smith. Got a man, Bowers has it. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run. 1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. Escapes the pocket. He's on the move. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. They've got first down from the 31. Shotgun snap to Smith. This ball's cut by Bowers. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Raiders first.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
First down, Smith to throw. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Stingley Jr. And the Texans make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, well, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. It's halftime here in Houston, with the Texans enjoying a lead at the break. Now we'll head over to Orlando, Florida. Check in with Jonathan Coachman for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a terrific first half from the former Offensive Rookie of the Year, C.J. Stroud. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission. With that, the 2 squads are headed out of the tunnel. So let's get you back out to Kay Scott and Brock Hewitt.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Mostert on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Vegas offense ready to start this 3rd quarter. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this 2nd half too as they chase this lead. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Complete here to Bowers. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Here's 2nd and 5. Working the sideline. Oh, he got it. Drug the feet. That's a catch.
There's no negatives ever on a great shoot for completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's a give up the middle. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Las Vegas sends out the punt team. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And it's going to be Texans football. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, Stroud. Escapes out to the left. He'll try and run this. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
2nd and 3 now. Running with Mixon out of the gun. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. Keeping it with Mixon. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That is an old-school battle you simply love to see. An offense that close to a 1st down, a defense that knows there's a run headed its way. It's a battle of wills. It's the offense that gets it done this time.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down, Stroud. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Staying between the tackles with Mixon. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Shotgun now for Stroud. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. That's complete. Here's Kirk. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. The Raiders and this running back headed back out for a new series. They get that big old marker out, cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. They've got first down from the 31. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Vegas first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Out of the gun, here's Smith. This is hauled in by Myers. And they make the tackle at the 38. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Looking right, and he finds him. He gets forward, next about 4 yards. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle. Second and 6 coming up here. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, Kate, sorting through traffic, seeking out a runner, that is this guy's domain. And boy, does he know how to operate in it.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Smith back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. Now following the play, we see the medical staff hurrying out for an injured Raider. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's the handoff. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7. Now Smith. Fights off the pressure, but he can't evade that one, and they get him to the ground. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
The Raiders settling for 3 as they send the field goal unit out. From the right hash, this is going to be a 41-yarder. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Here's Smith on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. The Texans and C.J. Stroud all set to go for their next drive. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Stroud off the play fake. He rolls to his right. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know, when we watch Combine each and every single year, I hope you get good enough to understand as a football fan, watch the big guys' first 10 yards. Don't watch the ends and the linemen run 40. Watch their first 10, because that's the most critical. And that defensive end showed you right there the kind of explosive burst in the first few yards to get home for the big sack.
Dump off caught by his back. And he's up across the 20 before going out of bounds.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Stroud. Schultz with the catch. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Takes it in at the 26. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And it'll be Raider football. Out comes Las Vegas on offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. They'll run here from the gun. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Smith setting the throw. Has him on the quick hitter. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Derek Stingley putting that play to bed.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
And the Texans go in nickel coverage, third down. Pressure comes, Smith. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
They bring on the punt team, and they get this kick away. That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Dell with the grab. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's the Texans in possession of it, needing to preserve that lead over one final quarter. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. To the air, Stroud. Pass caught by Mixon. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
Move the chains! You gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They've got first down from the 31. On play action, here's Stroud. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything, and they just did.
Into the hands of Schultz. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, a give to Mixon. Into the secondary past the 40. And they'll finally bring him down at the 22. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. On the carry, here's Dameon Pierce. And he gets this down to the 22 before being stopped. Moving in the right direction that time, but only 2 yards picked up, so it's 3rd and 9. A handoff for Mixon, running right. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Kaimi Fairbairn on now as we see how he handles this moment. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Everly's kick is good. And it's now a two-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a two-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Mostert on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the gun, Smith. That's complete to Bowers outright. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 38. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Give them the leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. They give it to him again. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Smith. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Oh, those linebackers. Those linebackers. They seem to be in the thick of every play and some of the quickest reaction times out there. He needed a quick reaction there to get a finger on the throw. It changed its direction.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. A play fake. Now Smith to throw. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, he's got it back again.
We all saw the brief moment of full-on panic between the ball coming out and him getting back on it. The impressive part is he kept his composure while it was still loose. One mistake didn't become two, and he cleaned it up before any defenders could.
Well, best of luck here. It's 4th and a considerable distance. Throwing is Smith. He connects downfield on 4th. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Smith on first down. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, it's so common that we talk about quarterbacks flushing a negative play, but defenses have to do the same thing as well. When you give up a big play, you got to regroup, you got to calm yourself, and you got to know it's all about the next play. And delivering a sack like that certainly helps.
Offense to the line for second down. Trying again following the sack. Dumped off to his running back. He's got it in the red zone.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. We'll try and pick this up on the ground. And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. Only 1 yard for them, and now we'll see what they decide to do on 4th and short. Working quickly here. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out, well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
Offense up to the line fast. Out of the gun, here's Smith. An alert play defensively there. Got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down.
Oh, look at those savvy linebackers. They're just right in the middle of everything, aren't they, Kate? And it seems like at times they are the quickest reactions as well. You needed a quick one right there to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
So the incompletion on first. Here's 2nd and goal. Smith back to throw. He's on the move.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here. On 3rd and goal, Smith. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders now within 1 score in the 4th. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Now a big 2-point try coming for these Raiders.
The Raiders will line up for the
He's throwing for it. And he's got it. That gets him 2 and puts them within a field goal here late. Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Here's Smith on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Here come the Texans as they get set to take over on offense. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to one score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Stroud. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. Try getting it to Nico Collins. So that brings up 2nd down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. From the gun, Stroud. They left him wide open. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 44. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down. That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Texans only up by a few. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. A give to Mixon up the middle. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. On the ground again with Mixon. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Going right side, Mixon with it. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. It's Mixon on 2nd down. To reaching the 43. 3 yards puts them back on the right track. Now they've got 3rd and 9. Setting up to pass. Place beyond the marker. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it sets up a Houston 1st.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. The Texans only moments away from finalizing their win as they take a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's a win for the Texans. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths. Because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? Or both?
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.